Okay, so for my creative book project, I decided to do a time-lapse drawing wall of like some important scenes while I talk about the book, like a book review. And I'm not the best drawer, but I thought it'd be really fun. I don't know, it's kind of creative, I guess, hence the name of creative project. But yeah, as you guys can see, I read The Maze Runner, and honestly, I thought it was a fantastic book. You honestly have to read it. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. It's just going to be a little book review, but I'll talk about it a little bit, like some of the scenes and stuff like that. And yeah, so the book starts out with Thomas, and he just wakes up in an elevator, and it's pitch black. He can't see a thing, and he's in the elevator for what he thinks is 3 hours, and all he can remember is his name is Thomas, and so he starts to freak out. And so he gets into this area, and it's called the Glade. And the Glade is surrounded by huge walls that's hundreds of feet tall, and there's a little opening that is like a gate, and it opens and closes every single day. And inside of the Glade there are, it's just beautiful. There's trees and vines and 60 other boys, no girls yet, and then there's also like some farm animals so they can eat and drink some water and all that stuff. And so they have a little civilization, and some of the people, like the leader, Albie, has been there for over 3 years. So everyone in the Glade has to do their part to help the civilization out and maybe find a way out. And so there are these group of people, and they're called runners, and they run the maze every single day before night comes, because that's when they get trapped, and no one has ever survived a night inside the maze because there are these things called grievers, and I'll talk a little bit about them later. But yeah, so they've been searching and running for over 3 years, and they mapped out everything. The maze changes every night, and they've mapped out the patterns and everything, so they know the maze by heart. So before Thomas came, the runners always thought that it was impossible, but they didn't want to tell the other people in the Glade because they didn't want to freak them out. So there are 8 gates, and they've tried to get through every single way until Thomas finds a secret passage that'll maybe let them get through into civilization and to see the actual world. But the bad thing about the maze is, other than the fact that it has changing walls, deadly canyons, giant holes, booby traps, all that stuff, there are these grievers. And grievers have these stingers, and they're gross, and they're just like giant robotic spiders with a gross hairy body, and just, if you see a griever, you're dead. No one has ever seen a griever and lived to tell about them. Until Thomas, he actually kills one, and he finds this key, and he can get through the maze with that key. Okay, I really don't want to spoil any more of the book, so you have to read it to see how it ends. It's a great book, very intense. I didn't want to stop reading it, and yeah, so this is my creative book project. I hope it was good enough to get an A, and yeah.